This success story highlights one of India's Fortune 500 private sector banks as a Tessell customer. This bank provides specialized services in 5 business verticals: corporate banking, commercial banking, branch and business banking, retail assets, and treasury and financial markets operations. Currently, the bank has a network of 528 branches and 408 ATMs and provides services to over 14.31 million people. The bank intended to switch its databases to a managed service model based in the cloud. However, they were unable to proceed as the suggested cloud database architecture did not meet crucial operational, business, and production performance requirements. The bank had multiple challenges with application performance. Database query SLAs were not met due to datasets running as high as 17 TBs. Even with performance tuning indexes, database query response times, in many instances, are completed in over an hour, resulting in high turnaround times to obtain key decision data. The bank operated over 75 databases, spread over several AWS subscriptions. This led to fragmented visibility into the health of the databases and subsequently created management silos. The lack of a single pane of management resulted in longer service availability resolution times and increased overall personnel costs. The operational issues also impacted the morale of database administrators and management negatively. Hardened OS images and DB configurations are regulatory mandates along with database access management, Oracle Enterprise Manager agents, and specific auditing requirements. Additionally, the bank's regulator mandated a switch to the enterprise versions of the most widely used open-source databases, namely PostgreSQL and MySQL, due to their support of advanced security use cases. Ultimately, these strict criteria prevented the bank from moving to fully managed cloud-based DBaaS. Banks require a DB native backup stored for extended periods. Backups performed by AWS-managed databases are essentially snapshots that are vendor-locked. These proprietary backups are exclusive to the cloud service provider and cannot serve use cases outside their environment. Moreover, storing these backups long-term was expensive. Some of the applications were running on end-of-life operating systems and database release versions. The process of updating, migrating, and certifying the application technology stacks to the latest version was expensive. As a result of these constraints, most of the bank's databases were self-managed. Databases that the bank migrated to managed environments like AWS RDS were being reevaluated for movement back on premises or into an alternative regulatory compliant environment. This top 10 bank from India decided to evaluate Tessell's DBaaS platform with 3 key criteria in mind: streamline the deployment of databases on AWS, have a single operational plane, and meet the bank's key regulatory needs. Tessell, being a fully managed multi-cloud database service, met the bank's requirements in terms of data infrastructure, database lifecycle management, and data management. Tessell is among the select few vendors that offer fully managed, high-performance databases with enterprise-grade security, privacy, and compliance at your terms. At your terms means the customer can bring their own database technology stack, that is operating systems, databases, management, and security agents, to achieve a unified management security and compliance posture across on-premises and the cloud. Tessell's availability machine provides zero data loss protection, point-in-time recovery, and long-term retention of native backups. These native backups can be safely stored away or shared for utilization in the event of compliance violations. Tessell's no lock-in strategy lets Tessell be removed without affecting the customer's tenancy. Tessell's Dataflix creates DB clones within an hour compared to days earlier. This helps the bank define and regulate data sharing across different users seamlessly. Per the bank's requirements, Tessell offered one-click integration of agents such as Database Access Management and Oracle Enterprise Manager, integrating hardening of OS and database images. These, at your terms, capabilities provided the foundational architecture for the bank's regulatory compliance. Tessell also enabled more than 250-point hardened OS and database images. Moreover, Tessell migrated the databases to the latest OS patches over a weekend as opposed to the bank's projected 4 weeks. Tessell also offers enterprise versions of MySQL and PostgreSQL, which are not yet available in RDS. With Tessell, the bank enjoys zero data loss protection, point-in-time recovery, and long-term retention of native backups. Tessell's no-lock-in strategy also fits perfectly with the compliance and regulatory guidelines of the customer. Compared to other DBOS options, the bank was able to reduce costs by over 25% with Tessell. Once in production, the bank provided internal stakeholders with a self-service portal containing a cost-optimized set of database infrastructure shapes. Cloud spend was then further optimized by dehydrating idle shapes and rehydrating them when developers returned to working with them. As non-production databases can account for as much as 40% of the IT estate, these optimizations resulted in significant IT cost reductions and bottom-line savings for the bank. To maintain query response times in the event of disaster recovery, the bank's MIS team used to perform nightly manual backups and full database clones, preserving indexes. Tessell cut query time on the MIS database by 8 times compared to cloud-native deployments, and enabled the bank to clone and index databases effortlessly using one-click UI-based operations. Additionally, the bank utilized Tessell's REST APIs to automate on-demand cloning. Tessell's availability machine enabled the bank to make sanitized and full database clones available to stakeholders across the organization using role-based access control. Tessell's AWS cloud service addressed all the production copy data management. The bank received positive reports on privileged access management and security information and event management tools. They also realized improvements in patching, lifecycle automation, and regulatory compliance requirements that prevented the bank from fully utilizing the cloud before. Today, the bank has migrated its Oracle, MySQL, PostgreSQL, and MySQL estate to Tessell on AWS. The bank staff can now focus on improving database throughput by tuning and logical design. IT operations, DevOps, DBA teams, and the analytics team were among the many stakeholders in the company who benefited from the Tessell platform. Overall, the savings in operations and costs allowed the bank to invest in strategic initiatives in pursuit of its goal of becoming digital first without breaking the bank.